Hello everybody, and welcome to another Ravnica Allegiance Draft here on the channel. Before I begin, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates for whenever I post new content. If the video gets to 50 thumbs up, I will do a write-up in the comments section where I go back and look at my draft and analyze it with some hindsight and thinking about things from a like looking back perspective. But yeah, let's get into the... Also, if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section. Let's get into the pack. Amplifier. Do you feel a creature? What the heck? That is a weird effect. I have no idea if that's good. Galloping Lizfrog is pretty great. I know this card's good, so I think I'm just going to take this one. Definitely pretty terrifying. Sentinel's Mark, not that great. The Biomancy card is pretty effective. But other than that, I think Galloping Lizfrog is like the best card in that pack by a pretty wide margin. Just because it resets your adapt creature, and it can also get like 4 counters on it pretty reasonably. And then you can just adapt your creature again. So it's just pretty effective from what I've seen. Okay, but we are going to be using the 5-pick method that I have mentioned many times, but it's where you just kind of take the best card out of the pack for the first 5. And then see where it leaves you. That being said, I think the best card in the pack here is Sorrowform Hybrid, and it happens to go really well with Lizfrog. So that's a pretty nice 1-2 punch. I don't really like taking Breeding Pool here, especially like early on. I don't know what colors I'm going to be playing, so I don't think it is wise to take a land that, while it would be better than a basic land, is not that much better than basic land, whereas Sorrowform Hybrid is much better than most 2-drops. I think Ministrant of Obligation is quite nice. It's just unfortunate that it dies to a lot of the removal effects in the format while getting exiled, so you wouldn't even get the tokens. Enraged Ceratok is quite nice. Definitely a good beater. I just would rather take a 2-drop early. Imperious Oligarch, nice as well. But overall, pretty happy with the way this draft is starting. And here, the best card in the pack, comes straight to mind. Trollbred Guardian works really well with the Lizfrog. 5-mana 5/5, give all your cards with +1/+1 counters trample. That's really nice with cards like Sorrowform Hybrid. Makes you the 6/6 Trampler, so basically a Colossal Dreadmaw. Trollbred Guardian is really nice. It's also just 5-mana 5/5 with 3 mana to adapt to is really scary as well. Other cards in this pack that are noteworthy. Rampaging Rentorn has done good work. I think Arrester's Zeal is going to be pretty effective. Just you can use it to like win a combat, and then at the end of the game you can give one of your bigger ground creatures flying and fly over for the win. Trollbred Guardian is miles far and away the best card in this pack, though. Even if I had taken 2 Orzhov cards, I'd still be taking the Trollbred Guardian. Carrion Imp is one that I haven't done a ton of thought on, but it seems mediocre. It's probably, I think I would go Trollbred Guardian, then Rampaging Rentorn out of this pack. Maybe Fairy Duelist would come after that, but I'm really not sure. But pretty happy with how things are going. Ooh, and another pretty strong gold card. I think Simic is looking open here. So at this point, I am just going to start taking Simic cards. I have a bunch of strong Simic already. Though there is some argument to take Frenzied Arinx and then just abandon the Galloping Lizfrog. So I'll definitely keep that in mind. Grotesque Demise is a nice effect, but it doesn't really go with any of my other cards, and I am seeing reasonable cards that go with the cards I already have. So I think that at this point, I can start to narrow down to the fact that I am probably playing green. Azorius Skyguard is a card that I think is pretty bad. 6 mana 3/3 is just too small in this format because it dies to Grotesque Demise. It also dies to Skewer the Critics, which is a 3 mana red spell. So if you play your 6-drop and they kill it for 3 mana, it's really, really bad for you. I don't think Rumbling Ruin is a super high priority. So I think here it's between Aeromunculus and Frenzied Arinx. I think I'll take the Aeromunculus just to try out something new. I did play Gruul in my last draft, so it is nice to try out Simic. Skitter Eel, another card that works well with counters. Pretty much all of my cards so far have been pretty synergistic. Simic Guildgate is another one that I would consider taking here just for the mana consistency. Though Skitter Eel is definitely a card that I think is pretty nice. It's not like a bomb or anything, but the ability to make it into a 5/5 at instant speed is pretty nice. I don't think I think Scuttlegator is a bit of a trap because you kind of want to be playing these cheaper cards and then holding up Adapt rather than playing an expensive guy and having an even more expensive Adapt. Wrecking Beast is a bit expensive, but I can see certain matchups where it would shine. So here I'm picking between the Eel and the Guildgate. I think I'm going to take the eel here. Okie doke. This is a kind of interesting pick. I could take Prying Eyes. I think that card is, as a one-of, can just break control mirrors wide open. You're holding up your Sorrowform hybrid thing, and then end of turn instead you just play Prying Eyes or something of that nature. I don't really want to play Wrecking Beast here. I don't really want an Axebane Beast, so I think I'm going to take Prying Eyes. I'm not sure if I'm going to play it, but I think it's a pretty nice pickup. It's kind of interesting to note, I have seen like several Imperious Oligarchs in a row. Maybe people don't value that card super highly, or maybe Orzhov is a guild that could have been open, but I think that Prying Eyes is probably just the pick here. Oh, cool. So here we get an interesting pick. Titanic Brawl versus Simic Guildgate, the only cards really in our colors. I think I am going to go with the Titanic Brawl. I have a lot of creatures that put counters on themselves. They're going to be pretty big a lot of the time. So this is going to be a one-mana kill spell in many cases. It's also an instant, so I can adapt and play Titanic Brawl with certain creatures. So I can go like Adapt, Skitter, Yell, Titanic Brawl, or I can just Titanic Brawl if I only have 2 mana up. So like if I had 3 mana up, I could just Titanic Brawl with something if I needed to. So I think I'm going to take that over the Guildgate here. I think I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about the other cards. I think Consigned to the Pit is a card you can play, but you only really want 1 copy. Dovin's Acuity is pretty much unplayable, and then the other card that was in the upper left is pretty bad as well. The thing about Dovin's Acuity that makes it bad is you don't have a high number of instants in a normal limited deck, and also you oftentimes want to be casting your instants at instant speed, getting advantage from that rather than using Dovin's Acuity over and over. Here, I think I'm going to take Sagittar's Volley. It's a very potent sideboard card, and I'm pretty happy to have it. Fairy Duelist is another consideration. It is a flash creature. So far, I have a lot of adapt creatures, a lot of flash, and a lot of instants, which is pretty much what Simic wants to be doing. But I think having access to 1 Sagittar's Volley is so important that I'm just going to take it here. I don't really like Clear the Mind. I think it just doesn't do anything really. Growth Spiral, another card I'm not a huge fan of. When you're holding up your mana, and you can adapt your creatures or play an instant, you don't really want to be playing Growth Spiral. You'd rather just use the adapt, affect the board. Quench is kind of interesting, but I still don't think it's great. It is fine early, but then as the game goes on, it gets worse and worse until it eventually just does nothing. I think I'm just going to take the Gate here. And now I can take a Mammoth Spider, pretty big body, can block a lot of the flyers, especially from Azorius. So I think that's going to be pretty effective. I think I was hoping this card would reveal just so I could talk about it. I think Ill-Gotten Inheritance is very unplayable. 4 mana to just slowly drain your opponent for 1 is really bad. Imagine if it was a 4 mana 1/1 unblockable lifelink creature. That would be horrific and nobody would play it. And this is like can't even jump block. I guess it can't be killed either, but it's really bad. Okie doke. Here we definitely do not want Shimmer possibility. We'd rather be playing sorcery, instant speed things. So I think we are going to take a Fairy Duelist here, though it's still up in the air about whether we are going to play it. I'm going to put it in the sideboard for now. Thought Collapse, a card that I really do want to have access to, at least 1 copy of. It makes the game a nightmare for the opponent, quite frankly. Having played against Simic where they had a Thought Collapse, I was just like, well, they're holding up mana. They could adapt, or they could just have Thought Collapse and counter my 6-drop, and it just really makes life hell. Watchful Giant, I think, is not super great. Plague White is like fine, but nothing special. I guess we'll just take a blue card, a green card. And that's the end of the pack. I think the deck is looking very solid right now, though. I think our Galloping Lizfrog pick paid off. Ooh. Planeswalker. Too bad it's really bad. Let's just see if it's worth anything. We're just going to take Gyre Engineer, I think. There is some consideration to Biogenic Upgrade because we do have so much adapt, but I think the problem is we're going to have to spend a lot of mana to get counters onto our creatures. We don't have like Riot creatures where we're just going to have the creatures going. So I think Gyre Engineer, where we're going to have just huge mana ramp, is just going to be really nice in this deck. Definitely not taking the Kai. I just kind of want to know how much it is so I can... price list. Kaya. Oh, it's worth 3. Yeah, Yeah, I'm not going to take a 3-ticket card over such a powerful card for my deck. There are some times where I would, if the card wasn't super good, the card I'm taking for my deck, but this card is unbelievable. Ooh, Bedevil's got to be worth something. I don't know. I know it may not be the most exciting, but this is actually the best way to draft on Magic Online if you're just trying to get good value. Bedevil. Because, yeah. Okay, definitely not worth taking here. Here, the pick is between Skitter Eel #2 and another Simic Guildgate. I'm inclined to take the Skitter Eel. I want to make sure. I think it's just a fine card. The Guildgate might wheel. And I just like having access to as many adapt creatures as I can get. So yeah, I think I'm going to take Skitter Eel here. I already have a Guildgate after all of that, which also helps. So Terramander is an interesting card. It's really hard to adapt, but if you treat it as like a late game 5/5 flyer, then you can't go super far wrong. That being said, we do only have 3 instants. I guess we could probably end up with like 5, and then it's going to be like 6 to adapt. I do want to try the card out. So I think we are going to take Terramander. It could be the case that Thought Collapse is the correct pick, but it's really nice to get to try out new cards earlier on in the format. So I'm going to try out the Terramander and see how it works out. If I weren't taking that, I'd be taking Thought Collapse and then Mammoth Spider. What are other cards? Orzhov Racketeers is an interesting card. It's kind of sad because it also dies to a lot of the exile effects. The one in the red, like it's called like Scorch something maybe. It does deal damage and exiles a card. Grotesque Demise exiles a creature with 3 power or less. So Orzhov Racketeers might just be too bad against the removal. Thirsting Shade is a card that has been played against me, and it's really bad. It's as bad as it looks. So don't play that card. We'll try Terramander. Terramander. I think we'll just take the Scuttlegator. We don't really. Maybe we could take Guildgate and then splash something really good if we open it. Yeah, I think I like that. I'll just take the gate. Axebane Beast is not a high priority. Shimmer of Possibility is not a high priority. Ooh, Incubation Incongruity. It is a gold card for Simic, but I still don't think I want it. I think I'd much rather have Slimebind. Slimebind is just a removal spell a lot of the time. If you look at my creatures, this creature doesn't care about that. This creature doesn't care. This creature doesn't care. Because I'm just going to make my creatures bigger than the Slime-binded creature, I guess. It can block my Mammoth Spider. So like I'm just assuming that I'm using it on like a 4/4 or a 3/3 or something. I'm just going to have my guys bigger than the Slime-binded creature. It's also instant speed, so I can hold up Adapt plus Slime-bind. Really good. I just don't think Incubation Incongruity is good enough. It's just the fact that it can whiff Incongruity is not a very good effect. And yeah, I'm just going to take the Slime-bind. Okay, Applied Biomancy, a nice pickup here. I wouldn't mind a Sage Rose Savant. Maybe that's correct to take, because I do lack 2-drops. But Applied Biomancy, I really do want to have 1 copy of it in my deck, and I could probably get more placeable cards like Sage Rose Savant later. I'm going to be a little greedy and take the Applied Biomancy here. And then hope to get some cheaper cards to fill out my curve. Rampage of the Clans. Oh, this card is really bad and limited. I can see why it got to me. Yeah, this is definitely a card that's like built for Commander or something. Definitely not taking Senate Courier. Don't really want a second Prying Eyes. Rampaging Rendhorn. I already kind of have my like top end filled out. I could take a Growth Spiral. I probably don't want to play it. Maybe I'll just take a second Prying Eyes for the control matchups. That seems good to me. I don't really need anything else from that pack. Wow, Frenzied Arynx is so good. It's just an unbelievable. It's so strong. This is like better than a lot of the rares. Definitely a strong card. I'll take it. I'm not going to splash it off my gate, but yeah, there's nothing else really here for me. I guess I could take Ceruli Caretaker and also help me splash red, but I'll just take the Arynx. And then I got the Thought Collapse back. Anyway, that's really nice. I don't want another Mammoth Spider. I already have one. A couple Thought Collapses is pretty nice to have access to. Yeah, this card's pretty bad. I guess I'll just take the Axebane Beast. Not really a ton here. Hey, not me. How's it going? How goes it? Noxious Grudion seems pretty good against Gruul, but not super good against a lot of the other decks, just because it can trade with any of the big Gruul fatties. Stormstrike, a card I'm not a huge fan of. And the Ill-Gotten Inheritance still in the pack. It is good that people are not taking it. Guess we'll just take Scrabbling Claws. And the old Scuttle Gator. Growth Spiral came back. I'm not a fan of Growth Spiral. I'll just take the Cerulean Caretaker in case I want to splash. Can maybe help me splash. Sky Tether's a card I am surprised to see in the pack. I think Sky Tether's actually really nice in Azorius. Because Azorius has a lot of good flyers. So right now, I'm kind of wishing I had that 2-drop. Nice, Nami. I want to make you a VIP in the chat, but I don't know how. So, add VIP, not me, 1. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I'll figure it out at some point. I will figure it out. Because you're definitely a VIP in the chat. You've been with the stream since it was but a young stream. Hey, we got an instant. All of the graveyard hate. Scrabbling Claws, clear the mind. Mods can't be VIP. Well, that's dumb. I don't even know what the button for it is, though. Unbreakable Formation. Let's read this card. Creatures you control gain indestructible. This card is really bad, I think. Just doesn't seem great. Though this pack is pretty medium. Arrester's Admonition is probably going to be my pick. I already have a couple Thought Collapses. Maybe I'd rather have a Steeple Creeper. I'm really liking this Terramander, though. It's working out. I've got 6 instants right now. I could just take a Gate, or I could take a Steeple Creeper. I think I just need creatures. I'm going to take the Steeple Creeper. Don't really need this card as much. Huh. Yeah, not playing that. Already have a Sagittarius Volley. Already have a Fairy Duelist that I'm not looking to play. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's like making someone a mod without actually making them a mod. Interesting. I wish someone could be a VIP and a mod. I guess I'll just take another Sagittarius Volley. There's certain matchups where this card is going to be really good, and I think Fairy Duelist is pretty mediocre, and I already have one if I really wanted it. A couple cards I wanted to mention. Sphinx's Insight is a card that I think is quite bad. 4 mana to draw 2 is just not good enough, and casting it during your main phase to gain 2 life is still bad. Drill Bit is an interesting one. I think it has potentially a place in Rakdos. Not as good in Orzhov because you're not going to be able to cast it for 1 as easily. Civic Stalwart, it seems like a nice card for Orzhov decks when they can get a bunch of Afterlife because they can buff. I said bump and then I said puff. It can buff all of your 1/1 tokens, but we're just going to take a Sagittarius Volley. We meet again, Endray's Forerunners. I think this card is pretty bad. We do have a Gyre Engineer, but 8 mana is just so much mana, and I'm going to be able to win the late game anyway with this deck because of all my adapters. So I just don't think this card's worth it. Probably better to just take a Rubble Slinger, which has pretty nice defensive stats. Sky Tether is still in the pack. Endray's Forerunners. I also don't have like a kind of go wide theme. This card's awesome artwork though. Smash this city to pieces. I think I'm just gonna take the Rubble Slinger. I need early defenses. I need another 2-drop too. Heck yes, this is a brilliant 2-drop. One of the better 2-drops. There's also a Slime Bind in the pack, but I think I just would rather have a 2-drop creature that I can play on curve. It also helps me find my lands or my creatures if I need them. So I already have a Slime Bind, and so I think I'm going to take the Solana Wayfinder here over the Slime Bind. Though I do like Slime Bind. I just think the Wayfinder is really good. It can find me like creatures that I really want. And overall, it's just quite nice. Windstorm Drake is going to be a really key card for Azorius decks. Not so much this deck. I don't have many flyers. I have an Aeromunculus and a Terramander. And this guy can gain flying, I guess. But really not my hugest priority. These two are quite close, I think. But I'm just going to take the Wayfinder. Ooh, hello, Galloping Lizfrog number 2. This card's going to be disgusting in my deck. I'm going to be able to go like take the counters off of Skitter Eels and Aeromunculuses, and I have a lot of Adapt. So I think the Liz Frog is going to be quite nice. I'm not a huge fan of Biogenic Upgrade in Simic as much because you have to spend mana to put a bunch of counters on your guys anyway. And if you cast this on an Adapt creature, you get 2 counters on the Adapt creature, but then you can't Adapt in addition to that. So you kind of really want to Adapt first, and that's a bit slow. So I'm just going to take the Liz Frog. Another Thought Collapse. Maybe I just would rather have another Sagittarius Volley. I really don't want Shimmer of Possibility. Growth Spiral's bad because it just doesn't do what Simic wants. I just want early blockers so that my late game can take over. I don't really need ramp. And this isn't even ramp because you have to like have extra lands in your hand, which is tricky. Deface is pretty unplayable. I guess you can side it in if your opponent has like some pesky defenders, like multiple defenders that you've seen, and some artifacts, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I do think Consecrate Consume is quite nice. The Consume part is really what this card is, because you make them sacrifice a creature that's actually meaningful, which gets around the downside of a lot of sacrifice things. Here I'm just going to take another Sagittarius Volley. I already have 2 Thought Collapses, and killing a bunch of flyers could be really nice. Ooh. Ooh, the old Breeding Pool hype. I'll take it. It's good to have access to good mana, and Breeding Pool is definitely a good card. I'm taking it over Fairy Duelist, so it's not saying much. Also over Scuttlegator, another Mammoth Spider, but still pretty nice. Swings of New Prop still in the pack. Is a main deck card. I'm not going to main deck Sagittarius Volley, at least at this point. Okay, Slimebind, another one. That's really nice. We don't need Quench because we already have Thought Collapses, which are better. People have been talking, some people were talking to me about Wilderness Reclamation in the comments section of my Simic draft guide. If you haven't seen that, it's on my YouTube channel. You can find it here. But Wilderness Reclamation is a card that I do not think is great in Simic. It's like, sometimes you can like play your Trollbred Guardian, then untap your lands and adapt it immediately, but I don't think that's like an effective use of a card. It just, you run out of things to do with your mana too quickly. But Slimebind is really nice. And now Arrester's Admonition Wield. I don't really want a 4th Sagittarius Volley. I don't think I can find 4 cards. Yeah, Wilderness Rec seems awful and limited. I agree, completely not me. And I said it was awful and limited. And then some people were discussing it, and I mean, people are entitled to their opinions and stuff, but I would rather people that watch my content, I hope they do not play it. I don't want a 3rd Thought Collapse, so I'll just take some variants here. And I guess I'll take a Fairy Duelist. No extra turns to be taking, yeah. Exactly. That's going to be disgusting in Standard, though. Humongulous. Maybe I'll find a home for that. Wow, another Sagittarius Volley. That's fun. Maybe there'll be a deck that has a ton of flyers that I want against. I don't think I want the Fog. Would I rather have a 2-mana 1/3 or Rentorn? I'll take the 2-mana 1/3. I think there's certain matchups where I'd really like to have that extra 2-drop to be defensive. I'm probably not going to main deck it. Maybe I will. I am just going to have to add one of these medium cards from the sideboard. Huh. I'll add Fairy Duelist. Definitely an annoying card. Maybe I'll just run Fairy Duelists instead of Pestilent guys. That seems better. Yeah, draft sims on sites are sometimes really bad. 2-mana 1/3. I can mill my own library to fuel my Terramander. Hype. I think I'm only going to run one Fairy Duelist. And then I will run another Prying Eyes. Yeah, I think Shimmer Possibility is really good in Standard. I just don't think it's good in this deck. It's a sorcery speed card that just doesn't do a ton for me. I think I'll run a second Prying Eyes. Sort by color. This is a green card for me, so then I'll just run one extra island. It's a 2-mana Azcanta activation. Okay, I'm wishing I'd taken the 2-drop over the Applied Biomancy, but I think it's going to work out. Anyway, that is going to do it for the drafting portion. I hope you'll stay with me for the matches. Hello, everybody, and welcome to round 1 here. On the draw, we have a 2-drop that we can play with our mana. We have pretty good mana in this deck, so I think we'll keep it. The Slimebind can stall if they have an aggressive 2-drop. If I don't hit my own land for the Sorrowform hybrid. I do have pretty consistent mana in this deck, which is why I'm keeping this. I have 10 green sources, so because of my 2 dual lands. Oh, that's brutal. Kick me while I'm down, deck. I'm just kidding. It's all good. I don't need that mana. I don't need green mana. Who needs green mana? Mono blue for the win. Oh no, opponent's a slow player. Ooh, some spice! Playing Izzet in Ravnica Allegiance. That is the truth, I guess. Oh, sweet Gyre Engineer, please giveth me the forest to play him. To play thee. I wouldst appreciate it immensely. Oh, please. Sweet magic gods. Ugh. Opponent could be Teamer. That is true. They could also be Grixis. Or they could be Jeskai. Oh, looks like they are Teamer. How the heck did you know that, not me? Oh gosh. They are ramping. Give me Forest. Please. Please, deck. Oh my gosh. They have a stop on my upkeep. This man is wild. He's already taken 2 minutes. Oh. This is one of the biggest benefits of Magic Arena, not going to lie. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, opponent is playing Teamer and we're playing Mono Blue, so clearly a classic Ravnica Allegiance matchup. It doesn't look like he's splashing blue unless he drew both islands. I kind of want to make like a Mardu sacrifice deck where you play active treasons and then sacrifice stuff. That seems fun. Wow. The Axebane Beast. That's scary. Okay, we're going to shrink that. Ah, yes, the forest. Right on cue. Why is there a stop on my upkeep? Ah! Just let me play. You are trying my patience. Ooh, a card I can't cast. That's sad. But when I do draw a forest, twill be great. Classic Teamer tilt. He's not even playing, like, good cards. Okay, that's a good card, I will say. Is he giving it haste? This has Defender. Okay, he's not. Wow, my Slimebind is looking very sad. Forest me. Heck yes! I would like to pay 2 life, in fact. Hopefully he can't kill the Gyre Engineer. Because if I draw another land, I can just play my Mammoth Spider. He's also mana screwed. He just happened to have both colors. Oh, as I say it, he draws another island. So he's a blue-green deck splashing red, is what I'm getting from this. Interesting. Because he's played only green cards, but he has a mountain in play. Don't kill my Gyre Engineer. He is a sweet, sweet, innocent Gyre Engineer. I'm probably going to play a standard for my Journey to Mythic series on my YouTube channel, but... Oh. Well, hello, Rumbling Ruin. Nice to meet you. I can't block with my Gyre Engineer, but he didn't die, so that's a victory. Okay. So I take 3. Land. Forest. Give me that sweet, sweet forest. Then I can go Mammoth Spider into Red is the Truth. I can go Mammoth Spider, and then I can fight this thing with using Gyre mana, which I think I like better. So that's one option, is casting these 2. Lizfrog is best to save after I use the Sorrowform Hybrid. I could play Mammoth Spider and hold up Applied Biomancy, but that seems bad. So I think this is the best play. If I draw another land, I can go Sorrowform Hybrid plus Galloping plus Adapt It, and then next turn play Lizfrog plus Biomancy. But next turn, I'm probably just going to end up having to bounce Rumbling Ruin, because I'm taking 6 here. I think Groll is good, Simic is good. I really don't know what my opponent's playing over there, but it doesn't seem that great. Chillbringer, no. Ooh, I see an opportunity here. I see an opportunity to go Rubble Slinger, Sorrowform Hybrid. Use this mana to +1/+1 this guy, bounce that. I think I'm going to tap Gyre Engineer on my turn, though. Does that change my plan at all? I do not think so. I could play Trollbred Guardian. And then +1/+1 it, bounce Chillbringer. Trade. That doesn't seem great. This seems much better. And I'm tapping this creature so that he can't like kill it and force me to do stuff at times when I don't want to. And if I draw a land, I control Bred Guardian plus Adapt. And then I can eat the Adapt tokens with Adapt counters with my Galloping Lizfrog, which is a true frog lizard. I must have overfed him, said Gulistan. I respect you, Gulistan. What are you up to, opponent? They're choked on mana, I guess. Ooh, they're tapping out pre-combat. I like that. Oh no. Okay. I guess I'm doing this now. This way I don't lose all of my other guys. Slows him down significantly. So he spent 6 mana to kill my 2/3. Thanks, Nami. Have fun at your pre-release. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I'm liking my spot right here. The Mammoth Spider is going to come back and protect me from the wrath of the Chill Bringer. And then next turn I can adapt end of turn, and then I can make this into a 7/7, and then adapt it again next turn. And then I can make this into a 6/6 trampler, thanks to my Trollbred. Oh yes, Trollbred. The old Trollbred Guardian. Ooh, there's a gate. Nice. I just hope he doesn't have removal for Mammoth Spider. That would be disastrous. I basically lose if he does. It's been a weird game. Also, opponent has taken, like, so much unnecessary time. Hopefully he just plays his 6/6 again. Oh, yes. Thank God. We shall adapt. Ooh. Spicy stuff. I think we'll attack. If we can trade these off, we'll be pretty happy. And if not, we'll just play the Liz Frog. And hold up this guy's adapt. I think we want to have 2 blockers for this guy. But we do want to get some incremental damage in so that we can start really pressuring him. Ooh, it's got the option all counters. I like that. Next turn I can play this and adapt it. I can already adapt the Trollbred. I'll probably throw a double block on this guy if he attacks with it. What? Oh my god. No, he's just gonna start growing his guy. Oh no, so this can become a 7/7? Oh dear. Oh, we can put it on Chillbringer. Oh no. Oh, change of plan. We have got to kill this person. This is unbeatable. Undefeatable. Really wishing I'd managed to adapt this and then Liz Frog it up. Big draw, big draw, big draw, big draw. No, not what I was looking for. Yeah, I'll attack with both. Before this guy can get too big to stop me. Oh, low blow. Oh no. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So you're gonna put a counter on the Chillbringer. Then I'll have to chump with my Mammoth Spider. That being said, I might just have lethal. He kind of has to go for stuff, so I'm just going to play this land in case he can kill my Gyre Engineer so I can still adapt this guy. And then adapt this guy on my next turn. Yep. As expected. That being said, I think we just have lethal, because we have 3 lethal creatures, and they all have trample. Actually, 4 lethal creatures. You can pump your soul, but you cannot pump my spirit. And if he attacks with this guy, he has 1 less blocker. And if he attacks with this guy and doesn't pump it, then if he does pump it, it means he has less mana to play blockers. So we can totally still win this. Hashtag winnable. That rare is terrifying. Jeez. He concedes! Oh, thank gosh. I wonder what was in his hand. Okay. So, we all know that the real truth of this matchup is finding Fliblubth. Searching the city for Flibth that felt like sifting the rain for a single drop of blood. What the heck is that flavor text? That is brutal. Fairy Duelist seems really bad in this matchup. I'm going to bring in a Sagittarius Volley to deal with his 3/3 flyer. And presumably other flyers. Maybe I want Scuttle Gator. Probably not. That was an interesting game. I feel like, yeah, Scuttle Gator's not going to be great. I think I'm just going to be fine in this matchup. Just he has a relatively large number of like big creatures, so Fair Duelist not where I want to be. And he's not a super aggressive deck. He's kind of like a rampy, I don't know, deck. Skitterdeal looked good. Galloping Lizfrog looked good. Trollbred Guardian was a beast. His favorite food is Crowl. Crowl. Does this have flavor text? No. I love flavor text on these cards. Whoever wins, the neighborhood loses. That's such good flavor text because they're like so big and they're fighting. It's like if you picture an Iron Man movie and they're fighting each other and then Iron Man like throws the guy through a wall and they're like, wow, someone had to pay for that. And then you're like watching a Batman movie and they're like, you've cost the city millions. I forget which, that maybe not Batman, maybe that was a different movie I'm thinking of, but there was definitely a movie. I'm going to keep this hand, by the way. It's got a 2-drop, it's got a decent mix of mana, and I'm on the draw. It was like, oh, it was The Incredibles. Duh. They're like, you cost the city millions of dollars. You always break our trains. All that random stuff. This is a great hand. We got our classic 2-drop into Steeple Creeper. The Steeplechase from Robbie the Reindeer, the movie. Is Blitzen involved in this? I'm betting nobody in chat or YouTube has seen that movie, but it was an enjoyable film. It had some good actors as voice characters. Thought Collapse is going to be nice. We can hold up Thought Collapse, Slimebind, and Titanic Brawl all at the same time. Hopefully we hit a land so we can play this Steeple Creeper. Steeple Creep. Ooh. So he has no blue mana this game. The Territorial Boar. I know you well. I'm just going to trade my Sorrowform Hybrid for it. If I can. Or I'll attempt. I shall make the attempt to trade. If he puts like a combat trick or something, I'm fine with that. But I'm not even close to 6 mana. I just need to stall him, and I want to save my Slimebind for something a little bit bigger. Why are you responding to your own attack step? Oh, this is the classic tilt where your opponent just plays so slowly that you're just like, oh my gosh. He has 25 minutes to just do nothing. Maybe he doesn't have a third land either. That'd be hilarious. Come on, deck. Give me the third land. I need to like come up with a good prayer to the magic gods. I shall sacrifice at your altar. Oh, of course, 3 colors on turn 3. No big deal. Every time. Works every time. Never any doubt in my mind that he would have had all 3 colors on turn 3. I like how it's all got like spires in the distance. There's spires in the distance. Oh, look, there's spires in the distance. Oh, look, spires. Oh, goodness. Huh. So maybe he has some adapt creatures. If he does play some adapt creatures, I can just fight him. Fight him. Fight, fight, fight. And exactly what I expected. No, I didn't. I expected land. I always expect land. This is kind of like last game, where his deck is bad, but my deck doesn't draw lands, so it's actually a close game, which I guess is more interesting to watch. How do you deal with Mana Screw? How do you deal with mulligans? Play the 4 mana 3/4. I know you want to. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna just stop the Territorial Boar. And then I want to fight this thing. Maybe I'll... Jeez, I really just want to be able to kill this eventually. Oh god. Oh no, I just lose, basically. He's going to be able to adapt this next turn. Oh man, why me? The humanity. I'm just not going to use Slimebind. Yeah, this game is so over. I'm going to have to Slimebind this guy. Because he'll just make it a 6/6. And then it'll only have 2 power, and my 3/3 can hold it down. And my 2/3 can hold down the fort. Except it's just going to keep growing because of his rare. This is a frustrating match to lose. I mean, this is only game 2, but it's frustrating to lose any games in this match. Oh my god. An Aeromunculus, you say. I also have cards. I think I would have just adapted this every turn until I lost. That seems like a very good plan. How do you deal with adversity? I have some motivational quote about it on the bottom. I need to read it. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. Okay, that has nothing to do with this situation. Hey, land, let's go. It's not over till it's over. And also, he's going to time out in game 3. Pretty much guaranteed. So, we're not going to concede. Not that I want to win by him timing out, but something to keep in mind. Oh, goodness. Maybe I want to run 18 lands in this deck. Because I have a lot of mana sinks. Attack me with everything. No, don't do that. Don't do that. His turn has taken a full minute. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey, another land. We're doing it. Okay. We are still in the game somehow. Opponent is definitely a deliberate player, shall we say. I feel like he would have won this game much easier if instead of playing Aeromunculus and Gateway Sneak, he had just adapted Sauroform Hybrid, made it into a 2/6, and then adapted it again, made it into a 6/10. Okay. Why did he tap an extra green? Oh, he forgot that it cost less mana. Oh, of course. The classic. Jesus. How is opponent running out of time in game 2? The Steeplechase. If I draw a land, I can adapt, kill Biomancer's Familiar, and solve all of my problems. Actually, I can just kill Biomancer's Familiar anyway. Let's go. Give me a land. I beg of you, deck. I beg of thee, sweet, sweet deck. Heck yeah. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna go. What I was thinking is I could adapt this guy and then fight him for 1 mana. But it looks like he's holding up a, like, pump spell. If he has +3/+3, I lose this game anyway, so... Actually, no, I don't, because I can hold up my counter magic. You don't have blue mana, buddy. Now, do I hold up Thought Collapse / adapting? Or do I play the Steeple? I'm going to hold up the adapting so I can play Liz Frog next turn. And also I can just adapt if I need to. And Thought Collapse could be important here. Jesus, if I win this game, I have no right to win this game, but this is why you never concede. Never surrender. Never forget. Some clutch land draws, as they say. I know he has some gates in his deck, presumably. Or I assume he's a 3-color deck. Jesus, this guy is so slow. It's not that I mind people playing slow. Just why do they have to be against me playing slow? He's deep in the tank. This is why it's not good to concede against slow players, because given the fact that it took him like 10 minutes to play game 1 and 10 minutes to play game 2, that's not even over, it's going to probably be hard for him to play optimally in game 3. And sometimes you take whatever win you can get. But maybe he just left his computer. This is awkward. I guess this is as good a time as any to plug future things. If you're currently watching the stream live and you have not already clicked that follow button, be sure to do so. It really does help out the stream a ton. It's completely free, and it just lets you know when I go live. It doesn't even have to give you a notification. It could just be on your little Twitch sidebar. If you have not already checked out my YouTube channel, be sure to do so. I have a draft video for Ravnica Allegiance up there. It was a real fun one. Had some great moments in it, and I think the drafting portion itself is something you can learn a lot from. If you want to see my draft guides for each guild, that's a link to the playlist of all of the draft guides, so you can pick whichever one you want to look at. And then here is a link to the draft video that I mentioned before. And if you're watching this on YouTube right now, and you have not checked out my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/NikolaiBolas, be sure to do so. Oh, sweet, sweet opponent. Oh, yes! We had the counter spell to save the day. Outplayed, baited, and outsmarted. Oh, yes. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, sure. Get that land out there. And then we'll just hold up our adapts / prying eyes. Probably gonna have to adapt this guy. That's not great. So I guess we're gonna prying eyes, play our Steeple Creeper. Steeple Creeper. Ah, the Steeplechase. So with this, I go to 1. And then I can... If I block this guy, then I go to 2, and the next turn I could block this guy, have some answer for this guy. Dang it, I should have played Prying Eyes before this. I could find a Slime Bind for this thing. I think I have to let him draw a card, and it maximizes my chances of winning. Him drawing a card is scary, but can't be helped. Ooh, so I have 1, 2 instants. So if I discard this instant, then I can play this and adapt it, which is good enough. Nice. Because that's exactly 6 mana. And then I'm going to discard the Gyre Engineer. Oh man, I could have just kept the Thought Collapse because it only costs 4 mana to adapt. Oh well. Because I forgot about this card counting, so it's only 4 to adapt. Oh well. Now, this is why this was much better to let me to take the extra damage. Now, if he attacks me, I can eat this guy. He can't just, like, adapt this guy and screw me. I can just block this, take another 1, go to 1. Assuming he has nothing. Or just a normal creature. Paramander doing good work. Someone told me this card was good, and I kind of doubted them. I think this card is actually legit. Sharktoe Crab. No. You monster. Luckily, my Steeple Creeper. Oh, the Steeple Creeper. Okay. What? Oh, that was a miscue. That might have given me the win. Unfortunately, if he draws 2 gates, I die anyway. Ah! The gates of doom. So I have 7 mana. So I could play a massive guy here, but then this thing would just tap it. He presumably can't activate both these guys, so I could just go Lizfrog plus Wayfinder. If he attacks, I just double block it. That doesn't seem very good. I think the Galloping Lizfrog play is a bit greedy. So that being said, I think I will just go for my 2 3-drops. This one can block here, this one can block here, and this one can block. This one's going to get tapped down. Then this one can block here. He's sacrificing. Please don't find a gate. I beg of you. I beg of the opponent. Sweet, sweet opponent. Oh, the Cincy Swag win streaks of legend. Legend has it that no one has ever lost when Cincy Swag was in their chat. It's not just you, Cincy Swag. I don't know if I've streamed since the last time that you were tuned in, so because I've been pretty busy. So this is an insane game. Please, real spell, real spell. Oh, punished. Okay, so I can play the Lizfrog and readapt this thing. No, I can't. I can't. I'm just gonna play this thing and then hold up some adapt action / give this thing flying action. Oh, Mammoth Spider, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful creature. Oh, no, this is so intense. Oh, man, my Lizfrog is going to be massive. Biggest Lizfrog of all time. Oh my gosh, he's just got all the lockets. I'm so terrified of him having 2 gates. Oh my gosh. I wonder if he could actually win game 2 before he timed out. I will say, if he had another flyer right now, I would be scared. Okay. So he can adapt this end of turn, or he can adapt this thing. Having that counter spell for the biogenic upgrades was huge. The hugest. Can I start attacking? 4-turn clock. If I attack him, he taps down this, gives this flying. I think I can. And then next turn I can play this Lizfrog as a +12, as a 15/15 trampler. Because it'll eat these 4, eat these 2, then readapt Skitter Eel or readapt this guy if I draw land. Yup, that was expected. Opponent's just trying to get a game win. There's no way they can win game 3. What a crazy match this has been. What the heck? I mean, it feels crazier and more epic because my opponent is slowly having their clock tick down because they're playing like as if they are a 500-year-old person driving a car. And that person also is blind. I guess, yeah. The steeplechase. Give me land. I'm just trying to kill him before he can get like 2 hits in with this gateway sneak. Okay. Hit him for 5. So yes, it is a 15-15 trampler. And then I will hold this land up as a bluff. I can readapt the Skitter Eel as a good blocker. But 15-15, and we win! Oh my gosh, did not think we were going to get there that game. Opponent did have that costly blunder with the Terramander, and they did not find the gates they needed. But turns out the fact that we didn't block this guy that one turn saved us. So that was a clutch play. Anyway, that is going to do it for match 1. Pretty epic stuff. I hope you stick with me for match 2. Hello, and welcome to round 2 with our 6 Simic deck. Great hand here. We have 1-drop into 2-drop. This can find us more lands. We have our Liz Frog action. Looks like we're playing against Gruul, a deck that I fear greatly. Gruul is great, but Simic is also great. Oh my gosh, we're playing 2 Teamer matches in a row. What the heck? Is Teamer the truth? That's the real question we must ask ourselves. We are still looking for lands mostly. We'll take the island, I think. We just want to get up to Prying Eyes mana. Skitteriel, not a huge priority, though it does work with our Liz Frog. Hey, it's a boar. We will happily trade our 2-1 for your 2-2 that has some slight upside. That worked out. That's a nice trade for us. And now we can just start holding up our Thought Collapse. Wow, I can't believe we played against Teamer 2 times in a row. And that they're a Teamer deck playing Territorial Boar. That doesn't seem great. Ooh, that is a really nice card. I will say this, 1-mana 1/1 flyers are like good if you could cast them on turn 1 every time, I think. Like they do enough damage over the course of the game to be worth it. Try me, opponent. Play your 5-drop. Try it. Just try it. Oh, that is the fastest counterspell I've ever countered ever. Oh my god, we milled 2 oh my god, what? Look at this mill. We milled Chillbringer and 2 Skewer the Critics. I might hit one up on Sunday since he's swag. I might. I would really like to, but it's sometimes difficult. Ooh. Because I've got a lot of cool stuff going on. I'm actually playing Dungeons & Dragons via Skype with my brother tomorrow, so that's going to be really fun. And that's why I'm not hitting up a Saturday pre-release. I'm also going to a Super Smash Bros. Game playing thing with my brother. Ooh, no, that's not cool, bro. That's not right. That was not what we wanted. Be kind to others. Ooh. I don't think we need to kill killing Chillbringer would get us for extra damage. Remember, we only need to play a 1 mana. I think I'm aiming for... If I had to pick a guild, I think I would pick Simic. Simic is Bay. I like Simic a lot. Next turn, we have... And if we draw land, we can adapt this guy. I like Simic a lot. I also like Gruul. I just like... And I like Rakdos. I think Azorius is cool. I kind of like all the guilds. I literally was just... I just kind of said all the guilds except Orzhov. I'm not feeling Orzhov. Orzhov's not really my thing. But I will still draft it and play it. So if Orzhov is your thing, you can still stay tuned to the channel because it will get played at some point. I'm sure of it. Wow, this Thought Collapse has been brilliant. Countering that Nikya. Oh, you didn't want to give it haste. That's a shame. A true shame. I guess we'll just play our Liz Frog as a 7/7. I was hoping to be able to adapt this guy first, but oh my god, my opponent just went to 1 life? What the heck? That is unbelievable. Yes, I would like to use it, and yeah, I just want to take all the counters. Hooray! Yay! He conceded! We got the win! Playing the teamer match. Don't worry about order by strength, Cincy Swag. The format is still young. A pre-release is not the time to go die-hard competitive. The thing that I will say is if you're not having fun playing Magic, there's no real reason to play. And playing what you like is always best. So like in Standard, for example, if you hate playing mono-red aggro, and mono-red aggro is the best deck, you still should not play mono-red aggro because it's a thing you do for fun, not a business. That's one of the things like when I'm like recording, that's part of the reason why I didn't have as many Guilds of Ravnica draft videos towards the end of the format because I just was tired of Guilds of Ravnica, so I was just trying to do other things. So we are going to bring in that Sagittars Volley for his flyer. He might have more. Take out the Fairy Duelist. Same old, same old. Keeping this hand. Hopefully my opponent just has horrible mana issues, and I can leverage my 2 Thought Collapses. That may be an evil thought, but it would be kind of nice. I really want to find an island. I like how I always have mana problems and my 3-color opponents have... Oh my god. Never had a mana problem in your life. Oh my god. This is disgusting. He doesn't even know the meaning of mana problems. Oh, this is so bad. He's just going to win the game with his Gateway Sneak here. Meanwhile, I'm just getting destroyed. Of course you had a gate. This guy is like living the dream. He's like, my 3-color deck. I have all 3 colors on turn 3. I am the greatest. Tron assembled. You are right about that. Jesus. Well, that's unfortunate. He probably has like 4 gates in his hand. Ah! Oh, skewer me? Yeah, you're skewering me, aren't you? You monster. Damn. Jesus. And I have mana problems. It's not even worth playing the Terramander because I would rather hold up a counterspell so I can spend 3 mana instead of 1. He doesn't even need a gate. Oh, but he has one anyway. He's just playing it for the rub-ins. Oh, that's so wrong. This is so wrong. Oh my god. This card is so stupid. Oh man. Where's my Slimebind when I need it, am I right? Oh gosh. The value! I want value too! Oh, I love value. Man. Get collapsed, bro. Get on my level. A bro. Pay to life. Let's get that mammoth spider out there. Do what you do best, mammoth spider. I know the gate payoffs are so much better. I'm so happy about that. It's just so much nicer. Yeah, of course. I knew he had the Chillbringer, but I can't do anything about it. Ah, Gateway Sneak, the bane of my life. Oh my god. Just flood out, opponent. It would only be justice. I'm gonna play this, and if he doesn't play anything worth countering, I'll just Sagittarius volley this thing. Oh my god, he's just drawing so many extra cards compared to me. Yeah, deal 5, draw 5. No big deal. Bit of a giveaway that I have a counter spell, but you do what you gotta do. Ooh. Pretty happy to get this out of my hand. Get rid of this guy so I can start attacking him. This thing's going to become a threat that he has to deal with. So I'm pretty happy right now. I don't think the extra 3 points of damage is going to matter. Whereas if he has a like riot creature, being able to block it is really key. I know he has the 4-mana one. What? Jesus. Well, that's disgusting. I went for the counter there because my key to victory is like using this and Liz Frog synergy. At least this guy plays quickly. Good old Nikia. Hopefully he has a bunch of non-creatures. Oh, the Gateway Sneak hath returned. It hath returned to us. Maybe he won't be able to cast anything. That would be nice. Yeah, I just had to play this as a 3/3. Feels bad, man. But it happens. Just have to hope he draws like all non-creature spells. You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. This guy has like unlimited gates. He can just summon them at will. Oh my god. Yep. Oh, I'm so dead. 1, 2. He can just activate it right now. Oh no, he's got me. Dead to rights. Yep, things are looking quite grim here. Let it be known that this stupid gateway sneak has drawn like 6 cards. Unbelievable. I could still win this game. Funnily enough. I'm about to have a 6-6 in play. Actually, I'm about to have a 2-2 in play, but it can become a 6-6 eventually. Ugh, it shall become a 6-6. I can double block gateway sneak. Probably not even smart to do that. This is like the case that I had before. I just have to make sure. I have to hope this guy's good enough on his own to hold the fort. Oh no, he has multiples. Well, that's a catastrophe. Maybe he'll deck himself. I can't let him draw 2 extra cards. I'm going to have to block a gateway sneak this turn. If he does that, I would never be able to adapt it, which would be bad. Okay, so we lost that game, but that was like unreasonable, I'd say. Gateway sneak is disgusting. Why couldn't I get a gateway sneak? I only have 1 gate, I guess. Wouldn't even be good. Fairy Duelist coming in. Can block a gateway sneak. Coming back in, shall I say. And we'll cut Steeple Creeper. Maybe we'll cut a Prying Eyes. I don't like that. I would like to play first. What is with the cards I have drawn? Why do I always have to mulligan? Unfortunate. Guess we're keeping. We at least have our Slime Blind. Slime Bind. This card seems like it's not going to be good enough, but I'm going to put it on top. We just want spells. Spells to be casting. Just have mana problems one time in your life, opponents. They're always playing Teamer, and that always destroys me. Hey, Steeple Creeper. This Steeple Creeper. Ah, the Steeple Creep. No third land? Eh? Of course. You monster. I want you to find a bridge, opponent. And then realize that I can just kill your stupid gateway sneak. Let's go. That is the most moral victory I have ever had in my life. Right there. I can just start giving this thing flying and hit him for 3 more turns and then win. Ooh, that's good for me. He was stuck on red mana. How's the format been looking? It's been pretty fun. I have enjoyed it. Oh, that's not cool, bro. Not cool at all. Hopefully I have a good draw here. Playing a Liz Frog would be decent. I mean, still pretty bad, but... Ooh. Intriguing. If he pays 4 mana to try and adapt his guy, I can Biomancy it. Huh. And then he has no blockers. And then I win. Also, welcome, Overseer Dodo. I know I addressed your comment, but I did not say welcome. And that is only the polite thing to do. I should have given this guy +1/+1. No, I just need to land. Oh, I just need to be able to play my Liz Frog. Oh, man. If he plays a flyer, I can kill it with Sagittarius Volley, though. So I think I got this one. Ah, the lack of mana catches up to you, opponent. Also, I'm mana screwed again, because I'm always mana screwed. Gosh darn you, opponent. Yes, we are gonna get there, I think. I think we almost have it. Come on. Come on, deck. Come on. We just need to get through one more hit. One more hit. Okay. Okay, so he could have the fight spell. But if I do this, there's no... Even if he has the fight spell, it doesn't matter. Did we get there? Yes! We won the match! Oh my god, that was crazy. Holy smokes. Undefeated against Teamer. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you enjoyed that epic match on the YouTubes, and I hope you'll stay with me for the finals to see if we can get our first trophy. Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to the finals of this draft. Are we on the play? I forget. No, we rolled a 5 and they rolled a 6. Feels bad, man. We're on the draw with this hand. We're definitely going to keep it. It's very sketchy, but we have a lot of green sources in the deck, and we don't actually have a ton of green spells right now in our hand. So, ooh, playing against Orzhov. This is actually my first time playing against Orzhov, so that's exciting. And we hit our green source right away. Always had it. You already went Rakdos. Nice. I like Rakdos as well. I think Rakdos has got a bunch of sweet things going on. Gruul is probably pretty popular, yeah, I would imagine. Wow, we're playing against Esper. Of course they're playing a 3-color deck, because we're only playing against 3-color decks. What the heck? Oh my god, that's got to be sweet, Overseer Dodo. I have had that feeling before, and it is the greatest. The real question is, do I play my Fairy Duelist here? Probably not. It doesn't really do a ton. Rather save it to try and get value. No, I do not want to pay 2 life. Okay. There's a lot of things I can get with Fairy Duelist. Wow. He's playing Sphinx's Insight. Not a card that I am a huge fan of, but... my Prying Eyes is probably going to be pretty effective here. So maybe he's just Azorius that's splashing black for something. Wow, so it's just a 2-mana 2/2. I read the text just to make sure, but this is a 2-mana 2/2. Yeah. I guess I couldn't cast my no, never mind, that's not even true. My card that like says you can cast it for less if you have a counter, but I would already have 2 lands in play. Okay. I feel like yes, it's just holding up a counter spell. A seriously hard to cast 2/2. Exactly. I don't really want my Mammoth Spider to get countered because it's going to be pretty good against his deck. Okay, so that resolved instantly. Makes me less sure that he has a counter spell up. But at least he doesn't have any pressure on me. Okay, my Mammoth Spider is going to do good work against that. I can bounce the token for some value. I can also bounce my own creature if he has an enchantment removal effect. I think I'm going to play the Fairy Duelist now. I'm going to have a lot of stuff to be doing with my mana, so... hold it back as a blocker for that human token. He's probably blue-white, splashing black for the, like, great black removal. Okay, Skittereel, I see you. How do you feel about a Skittereel of my own, opponent? I could probably just start attacking him. Oh, I'm glad I didn't. Outplayed. So if I can resolve Prying Eyes, I'm going to be in good shape. I'm not going to play this land because I want to be able to discard it. Wow. That's brutal. Oh no. Okay, I'm just going to take it here, and then I can do this. I just really want to draw the card. Actually, I'm going to just tap bounce this guy because he's bigger. And I don't care about the 1/1. I may have to just jump block this thing here. Oh. Well, that's game. Yeah, this game just really didn't work out for me. Looking at my cards, there's none of them are my good cards. So yeah. Okay. So big time control matchup. Fairy Rogue seemed very useless. I mean, Fairy Duelist seemed quite useless. Sagittarius Volley is going to be clutch. Probably want 2 of them. And I will take out one prying. Take out a Liz Frog. Liz Frog is good, but if it can be just taken over, it's not as good, and also it's a bit clunky. This is a great hand. Heck yes. I have an island, right? Yes, I do. Oh, thank goodness. So I have 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. And my 2 drop helps me find more land so I can play my 5 drop on curve. Oh, yes. So I'll probably just take a spell here if I can find one. Skitter Eel's a nice one. Now I can go 3 drop, 4 drop, 5 drop. Keep in mind, I do want to play around Fairy Duelist if I can. So I'm not going to attack on this turn. Because I know he has Fairy Duelist. This is the type of thing that if you are at your pre-release, it's good to try and just remember. Like, even if I had no knowledge of the set, I literally saw him play 2 copies of that card last game. Oh no, my old nemesis. The old Gateway Sneak. Okie doke. He's probably got a gate, because they always have the gate. But he is falling significantly behind on tempo, so if I do draw a untapped land, I can play this Trollbred Guardian and be vastly far ahead, because I've curved out so well. Unless, of course, he has another Fairy Duelist, in which case I'm screwed, but... Okay, so he's all tapped out. So if I can draw a land and play this Trollbred Guardian, I'm going to be in good shape. That's a card. That's the block I wanted to see. Okay, so he's still very far behind on tempo. Hopefully he whiffs on lands here. Okay. He did have the Fairy Duelist. I'm glad I didn't attack. I have applied Biomancy, so it costs 7. So if I draw a land, this can become 5/5. Which would be huge. Because he is screwed on lands here. Huge. Land. Booyah. Let's go. 2 more hits from that guy and we win. Hopefully he doesn't have his mind control and a land. We really needed a spell there. Okay, there's his Gateway Sneak. Okay, there's a Watchdog. Spell. So I can chump the Gateway Sneak, keep him mana screwed. Definitely willing to sacrifice this guy to prevent him from drawing a card that could potentially answer my guy. Especially because I already have so many lands. Oh no! Oh, that's game. I have no spells. Wow. Mana Screw beats Mana Float, I guess. I mean, there was nothing I could have done that game. I played that pretty dang well, I think. And now this guy just takes over, but wow, I drew 2 lands on those turns, and I really just needed to draw other things that were not lands. I really wish I had my extra Simic guy. And now he stabilizes. Just give me my 1 remaining 5/5 drop. Oh god. That's really frustrating, but it happens. I also didn't get to play my Axebane guy in 1 turn, but I drew the Applied Biomancy instead, so that was still fine. Wow. Well, it's a little late for that, but I'd rather just take more damage and stop him from drawing cards. Oh. Well, that's disgusting. Yikes. Well, it did end a little bit with a whimper, as they say. Did not go as well as it could have gone to end that one. Feels pretty frustrating to lose that match. I mean, game 1, I just feel like I didn't draw my good cards. And then game 2, we just got mana flooded. So, even though our deck has a ton of mana sinks and stuff, but it happens. Not a ton you can do about it in the end. We played it pretty well and did our best, and that's all you can do. So, If you are watching this on YouTube, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Remember that I will be writing a little draft recap guide thing on the drafting portion if I do get to 50 thumbs up. So be sure to hit that thumbs up if you want to see that. And also, if you just want to support the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button to get updates for whenever I post future draft guides. And be sure to leave a comment if you have any questions. That is going to do it for this draft video. Oh, also, if you want to catch the action live, be sure to check out my stream, twitch.tv/Nikolai Bolas. Anyway, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.